Good? You didn't nod. Are you good? Okay. At Georgia Tech, we often say that we're hell of an engineer. He's a hell of an engineer, she's a hell of an engineer. But when you take a moment to really realize what it is that engineers do, it's actually kind of awesome. When you think about it, when you look around in your day-to-day life, you see all these structures. There was a team of engineers who built that. When you go to the grocery store and you look at the products that you see on the shelves, whether it's some type of paper product, whether it's some type of food, some engineer had to design the process to create that. Even when you look at any kind of thing in the world, whether it's traffic, whether it's how goods get from point A to point B, there's some kind of engineer, or industrial engineer, which isn't really an engineer. But the idea that we essentially create what happens in the world. We create the structures that you live in. We make sure that the food that you eat is gotten to you in a safe manner. When it comes to quality testing, an engineer had to do that. It never really hit me until I started taking my engineering course. So I'm a chemical engineer. I'm currently taking Chemi 2100, which is just chemical principles or what have you. It's just a formal title. And we were doing a problem about energy. In particular, it was a question about 4 streams. One stream came through with air and left with that same amount of air. And then there was a stream of water going through. And the question asked, given the following conditions of the air, how much water could you heat from 0 degrees Celsius to 200 degrees Celsius? And so you go, oh, there's probably an equation that you have to plug in, and then you put the numbers in, and oh, look, here comes an answer, and then you fail your test and you cry. But when you think about that, the application of that question alone has numerous uses. In any kind of chemical process, you're going to need something to be heated. You're going to need something to create energy for something else. Whether it's a company that produces oil, whether it's a company that produces plastics, whether it's a company that produces dyes. When you think about that, someone has to make that calculation. And when I was thinking about it, I realized I can make that calculation. And not everyone can do that. And this calculation alone could prove useful. It's actually something that you can tangibly go, oh, that's awesome. So whenever you hear someone say, oh, I hate the engineering life, it's so hard, there's so much to look at, so much to do, just think about how much they actually can do and what kind of impact they're going to have on the world.